Hey, folks. It's Friday. It's 2023, so that means YouTube is going to get a video of me playing Buzzword. That's just the way it is. Week 16 now of Buzzword's 2023 pop culture and sports competition. I'm going to play both of them for you here. 20 questions total. Each one's going to be a series of clues that go from more obscure to more well-known. I'm going to try to buzz in as soon as I can and get it right. All right, here's the first question for pop culture.
In this novel, a woman laughs after seeing a burnt casserole dropped by a neurosurgeon. After giving birth to Emmy, this novel's protagonist restarts a relationship with her ex-boyfriend Atlas Corrigan. Lily divorces her abusive husband Ryle in, for 10 points.
I have no idea what this is.
What 2016 novel by Colleen Hoover?
I don't think it's this. Okay, yep. Never heard of that. Can't really talk about something I've never heard of. Well, this is an early elimination of a perfect week. Hopefully it goes up from here.
On this sitcom, former Incredible Hulk star Lou Ferrigno played a version of himself who lived next door to the title character. The cranky senior citizen Arthur resided with Carrie and the delivery man Doug Heffernan on, for 10 points.
It's Doug Heffernan.
What Kevin James sitcom?
Okay. I knew I'd recognize Doug Heffernan before. Oh, yeah, I had my Leah Remini question, who voiced Grace Nakamura in the first Gabriel Knight series. I used her name on King of Queens as a clue to people who haven't played video games.
The podcast One More Thing popularized the theory that this actress cannot actually read, a claim that gained new traction when she starred as Fanny Bryce in the 2022...
It's Lea Michele. Yep. Get that off of all the Broadway drama. Well, she was Fanny Bryce in the revival. She got some bad reviews and some not great things said about her body, while Lea Michele was out there saying, like, I should be Fanny Bryce. I want to be Fanny Bryce. Like on Glee, she sang a bunch of songs from Funny Girl. And then eventually Beanie Feldstein was removed as the main character of Funny Girl, and Lea Michele started out. But yeah, those rumors about her being illiterate were not cool. So I guess that one counts as the musical question, because they just had the King of Queens one before it, right? Yeah, so I think that'll count as musicals.
This song's bridge says the radio slows down and notes boxed wine in her updo goes down. Natty in the Styrofoam is said to be squeaky squeaking in the truck bed in this song, whose success led a restaurant to bring back Oreo shakes.
Yeah, it's the Fancy Like, I think it's called. Yeah. It's perhaps the most emblematic song of modern country, where I don't know the backstory of it, but man, does it just seem like it was written to be in a commercial for Applebee's. And you know whoever wrote it got residuals for it. And that's in all of the TikToks and whatnot, people doing line dances. It's just free advertising for Applebee's. Ugh.
In this film, people use the code word bananas to indicate to the gangster Doc everything is okay.
Bananas.
Its protagonist was raised by a deaf foster father and uses iPods to soothe his tinnitus.
Baby Driver. Edgar Wright. Like, Baby Driver is a very good movie, but it's not one of my favorite Edgar Wright movies. But most movies that Edgar Wright makes are just better than all the other movies. But yeah, I appreciated that movie a lot. I don't remember the bananas thing though. Well, I guess Was Doc Kevin Spacey's character? Might have been. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
A 1975 book by John Keel calls this being the infamous feathery Garuda and details an incident at the Silver Bridge. Two couples who saw this being...
Oh, this is Mothman. Yeah. Feathery beast. Oh, at the bridge. Yeah, the bridge. That's Mothman is a West Virginia cryptid, I believe. Almost entirely West Virginia and that mid-Appalachian sort of area. And the Mothman is mostly seen as a portent of bad things to come. Like it made an appearance, or people thought they saw it, and then there was a big bridge collapse in West Virginia. So I think the movie, The Mothman Chronicles, kind of made it seem like the cryptid was the bad thing, but I think most of the actual cryptid beliefs about it are more that it's just a portent of bad things to come rather than a malevolent force.
A blow named for this animal is a limit break for Final Fantasy VII's T.
It's a dolphin. It's a dolphin blow. Boom! A 20! Let's go! Oh, I was just watching... Shout out to Voidburger for playing through Final Fantasy VII with Chip Cheesem again. And me watching that and remembering dolphins. I still don't think that's going to be a best buzz, but that's definitely a 20. Definitely a high point for video games for me this season. Oh, you'll love a 20.
This actor plays the billionaire ex-husband of Molly Novak on the series Loot. A 2023 revival featured this actor as Henry, a Los Angeles caterer. He plays the Lumen employee Mark S.
That's Adam Scott then. Because they're talking about that first thing, never heard of Loot, at least in terms of a TV series. But that second one was Party Down? Yeah, Party Down was that series with Adam Scott, and then they were getting into Severance there. And I assume it was going to end with Ben Wyatt, the most famous fictional person to go to Carleton College.
A man in this film sings lyrics to The Merry-Go-Round Broke Down that make villains laugh themselves to death. The death of Marvin Acme in this film is investigated.
Oh. Whoop, let's put an R in there. Oh, no. Oh, yep. Oh, I just made a mistake there. I was riding high from my dolphin buzz. It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Why did I write Who Shot Roger Rabbit? That's not even the original. That's not even the original, like, thing that it was based off, or the novel was based off of. It was Who Censored Roger Rabbit. Aw. They're not going to give me that one. And they shouldn't. Man. That's just a punt. That's just a punt there.
This song, the biggest hit from the album Feeling Strangely Fine, includes the Seneca quote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning."
Just give me lyrics. Closing Time, Semisonic, Minneapolis Band, I believe. Or maybe I'm just thinking about Marcy Playground. I'm gonna let Future Jack see if Semisonic is actually from Minneapolis or not, or if I'm just confusing them with Marcy Playground. We'll see. Oh man, if I got Who Framed Roger Rabbit, this would have been such a good week. There's a book that nobody knew, but I did so well on everything else, and I just didn't put the right word down. This question set started out a little rocky, closed a little rocky, but still a pretty good score. This might actually be one that rates. I guess we'll see. Semisonic is from Minneapolis. I was conflating them with Marcy Playground because they're both from Minneapolis. Also, I can say now I will not get a best buzz on the Dolphin one, despite being 0.005 celerity behind, which is like 0.2 seconds, I think. Anyway, if you're enjoying the videos, you can help me and the channel out by hitting the like button and the subscribe button so you can get notified of every single video I put up, most of which are going to be on Fridays. And if you think Buzzword is a pretty cool game, you can play it yourself. You can head on over to naqt.com/buzzword. It's open to everybody. Hey, we're back with sports. Starting out with the team. There haven't been any questions, so I can't really have an accurate guess about what sport it's going to be, but let's just say it's baseball.
In 2019, this NFL team posted a worst in history negative 117 point differential through the first 3 games. This team won a 2018 game when Kenyon Drake caught a lateral from Devontae Parker and scored to stun the Patriots. For 10 points in 2020, what team...
Oh, it's the Dolphins. It's the Dolphins! Hey, wait a second. I think that's the first time we've had in the same week Dolphins be a correct answer in pop culture and in... or the first time we've had the same word be an acceptable answer in both the pop culture and the sports. I doubt they did that on purpose, but it's just funny.
This point guard once reportedly feuded over singer Toni Braxton with teammate Jim Jackson. This Hall of Famer led a team to a 26-game improvement after joining Kenyon Martin in 2001 following a trade from Phoenix.
Oh, no.
For 10 points in 2022-2023, what former Nets star coached the Dallas Mavericks?
Oh, yeah. It's Jason Kidd. Yep. I was thinking about Tim Duncan a long time. Oh, yeah, but man, I kept thinking about people that were on the Spurs. And they said it went to the Suns, and I was in a weird... I kept thinking about that Toni Braxton quote the whole time.
This man said, "I want to eat his children," during an interview about opponent Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, that seemed too easy. I feel like that's a easy thing to start out with. Okay. I hesitated because that seems too obvious. But we'll take it. All right, geographic team here. Now I bet this should be baseball.
This team won a playoff game after Jorge Orta was incorrectly ruled safe at first by umpire Don Denkinger. This victor of the I-70 World Series had a player ruled out in 1983 due to having illegal amounts of pine tar on his...
It's the Royals. That's the famous incident with George Brett and having too much pine tar. He hit a home run. After all was said and done, he ran the bases, went to the dugout. The umps all picked up his bat, spent some time looking at it, and then gestured to him, made the out symbol, and then he came running out like he was going to do something about it. But nothing he could do at that point. Famous baseball moment there. And also the inspiration for Lorde and her song.
An Olympics held in this city is commemorated at a museum in the Eugene W. Britt House. Friendship Games were scheduled opposite an Olympics hosted in this city, organized by Peter Uberoth. The Soviets boycotted the 1984 Summer Olympics in, for 10 points, what city in southern...
Oh, it's just Los Angeles. Yeah, 84 is in Los Angeles. Trying to think hard and didn't. 84 is obviously in LA.
Cramps contributed to this player's shocking loss to teenager Arantxa Sanchez Vicario at the 1989 French Open. She won the Grand Slam and a gold medal in 1988, becoming the first Golden Slam winner.
Oh, who was the first person to do a Golden Slam?
Was stabbed in 1993.
So that's Graf then? Yeah, Steffi Graf. Monica Seles was not stabbed by Steffi Graf. I buzzed in at a weird point there. Steffi Graf did not stab Monica Seles. That's not where that question was going. It was a fan of Steffi Graf who stabbed Monica Seles. Awkward point for me to buzz in there and go like, oh, who stabbed? Oh, Monica Seles. Oh, Steffi Graf. I'll lay it down. Steffi Graf did not stab Monica Seles.
This man gave up a single-season record 15 ninth-inning home runs. This man, the youngest pitcher to save 50 games in a season, injured his knee while celebrating a Team Puerto Rico win in a 2020.
Oh, it's Edwin Diaz. All right. I'll just take that. Perhaps like Bill Gramatica busted his knee celebrating a field goal. Edwin Diaz busted his knee celebrating a win. Although I will say Edwin Diaz's win, that was Puerto Rico beating Dominican Republic and the WBC, was much more notable than the 33-yard field goal that Bill Gramatica kicked in the second quarter of like a week 8 game of a team that wasn't going anywhere. All right, I think this will be back to basketball.
This team went 41-41 after trading its former franchise player for Jose Calderon and Robin Lopez. Rajon Rondo was among a short-lived group of stars for this team dubbed the Three Alphas. For 10 points in 2016-2017, what team had its first season after the Joakim Noah and Derrick Rose era?
That's the Bulls then. Hanging out until they say something I might know, and I do know that Joakim Noah played for the Bulls. All right, geographic name. So we're probably back to football then.
In 1997, this NHL team's owners retained a star by using cash earned producing the film Air Force One.
Oh.
In 2001, a longtime Bruin who has the most career goals for a defenseman finally won a title with this team. Ray Bourque and Joe Sakic won the Stanley Cup on.
They won with the Avalanche, yeah. Yeah, Ray Bourque. Lots of teams this week. Lots of teams, which is probably why I'm doing all right. Might be back to football again? How many football questions did we have? Is this the Dolphins up front? Yeah, I think we might be back to football. Or baseball.
This team won a game after a botched handoff to Larry Zonka was run back by Herm Edwards for a touchdown. This team beat the Giants in the 1978 Miracle at the Meadowlands game. Quarterback Ron Jaworski went to the Super Bowl with, for 10 points, what team that played at the Vet in Pennsylvania?
That's the Eagles. Hey, 10 out of 10 on sports. One of my best sports scores ever. Turns out when you get them all right, you get a good score. Who'd have thunk? Well, outside of shooting myself in the foot with the Who Framed Roger Rabbit one, it was actually a very successful week. A very successful week. Also a very fun week. I had fun playing it. I hope you had fun watching it. I really appreciate everybody who watches my videos, and hope you check out more on the channel. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week.